Loving you is easy, 'cause you're beautiful. Page to load here. It looks a little bit slow tonight. Hey Susan, hey Mary, hey Lisa. I'm going to get started in just a second. So many amazing people out there. I love it. Computer's going a little bit slow right now. Hey. Maybe they have the Facebook algorithm on me. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. So, this is one of my favorite topics. Not everybody likes this one. Hey everybody, thanks for the love. Happy Thursday, wherever you are. The reason I love this topic is because it helps people heal on such a deep level. And once they begin to see how these programs have been running, as long as they're just willing to look at it, shine a little bit of light on it, it changes their life forever. And this is the big invitation on our soul's journey here. Yeah, absolutely. And again, not everybody wants to hear about this. They'd rather hear about Palladians and crystals and astrology, but this is what I do. This is the stuff that works. So I intend that you find this valuable. I'm going to keep it short today because my energy's I'm a little bit tired right now, but I wanted to do this and I got asked to do this, so I'm going to pump it up. So basically, the title of this is Energy 101. Anything that we judge or that triggers us, we're going to have to relive it again. It's just the way it is. And so, how does this break down? So the way it breaks down is everything's energy, vibration, and frequency. We're creating and attracting through our thoughts and our words and our emotion that we put on top of that, which amplifies it, whichever thought or emotion we're having. So it could be love, it could be gratitude, compassion, or it could be anger, it could be hatred, it could be jealousy, it could be unworthiness. But what this talk is about, which I really intend that you will download, and I'm not suggesting in any way that you don't understand this, and I'm more awake or aware than you are, but I have to start somewhere. So I don't want to leave anything out because I don't know who's on here, who's going to get this, or who's going to see it. Okay, so every judgment and trigger shows us where we are still holding a frequency. If you get to a certain level where you just observe and go, okay, wow, thank you for being my teacher. Or I'm observing that my ego has a little bit of judgment, but I'm observing it with like a second level of awareness. So I'm not getting pulled in energetically. I'm not actually triggered emotionally or physically. I'm just observing and watching. It's what I describe as becoming the conscious observer in my book, Waking Up in the Dream. And so this is a huge, huge piece. Huge piece. And the way that we go about clearing, healing, a lot of people don't like to admit they still have something to heal. So I use the word clear as well, because I'm not here to project on anybody that you need to heal. You know, no, we're all in this together. And so the bottom line is, anything that we still judge or that still triggers us, we're going to have to relive again, unless we catch it in that moment, which is here's the way out. To begin to feel every judgment and trigger in your body, to feel the emotional reaction. Some are going to be big, some are going to be just very subtle. And so tracking these is just, it's what we do all month long in the Waking Up in the Dream course. And it is the most life-changing awareness tool that you will lock in, and you will begin to catch things that you haven't noticed for your entire life. And at first it's a little shocking, you know, but we also learn how to not allow the judge to take hold anymore. And I share daily tools and tricks that I had to learn. You know, that it took me 15 years after studying with Don Miguel Ruiz for 10 years to put the book together in the course, because I had to practice this stuff myself, and I still use the same tools every single day. And I probably will, as long as I'm on the planet. But my frequency is completely different than it was even 2 years ago, 3 years ago, even probably last month, because these tools work. So again, anything that we judge or that can still trigger us shows us where we're still holding. I'm just going to talk what comes up for me first. So I don't want these words to trigger you or project to you that you're wounded, but I'm going to call it a wound. I'm going to call it childhood or adolescence conditioning, memories, remembrances, experiences, whatever it is. These are the things that we're still holding underneath here, energetically, frequency-wise. Otherwise, we couldn't judge anybody or we wouldn't get triggered. And this is the invitation. This will allow us to navigate higher timelines and attract higher frequencies, higher vibrational people, shift the timelines on a quicker level individually and collectively. And you can see this is what we're doing. So the key is begin to track your judgments and triggers. Take a breath. I just got triggered. Oh man, I wonder what that's about. And then ask, what is this trying to teach me? And do it in that moment. Because if you don't do it in that moment, the story's going to run, because the ego wants to feed on all this. It's how it gets its energy download. And so when we catch it in the moment, and you might be with someone, you go, oh, I need to process this real quick. And they might go, wow, can you show me that, or can you teach me that? You're like, sure. Even if you have it wired or not. What's wired? That's just it's an observation or a judgment. And so when I talk about judgments, sometimes people tell me, well, Jeff, we have to judge. And that's not really true, because there is a huge energetic difference between a judgment and an observation. A judgment is a trigger. It's triggered by the ego, and the ego either wants to defend its belief system, whatever your current belief system is, set of beliefs. The ego is going to automatically, until you do this work, it's going to automatically want to defend whatever's on your belief system. So if new information comes in and you're not open-minded and you haven't trained yourself that all beliefs are just, they're rigid in a way. And they stop us from expanding and being open to infinite levels of dimensions, timelines, and unlimited possibilities. And the more that you're willing to look at this and track this, the faster your vibration is going to speed up, and the more you're going to magnetize and attract more high vibrational people, situations, money, relationships, and timelines into your vibrating hologram here that we call life. It's law. It's energetic law. It's physics. Who cares about physics? I trust less and less scientists now than I ever have. Not that I really did, but that was my only source of information. Growing up, being in the school system, it was what I was taught. They were the higher authority people. Now when I see scientists are now discovering, I'm like, I have not, that means nothing to me. Nothing, because they destroyed their credibility for the most part. I question everything. My scientist is my internal vibration meter. And then I just question everything. And I tune in. I'm my own scientist now. This is what we're being all invited to do. Become your own scientist. You are your higher self. You don't need anybody else to tell you what's right for you. Does it come from love? Does it come from compassion, kindness, the higher frequencies? That's the litmus test, you know, and that's for every person to decide to own their stuff 100%. There's no getting out of it anymore. So these are the tools that I share. Okay, so again, anything that we still judge or that triggers us, we're going to have to relive that again. Because every time we judge it or we have a trigger, we're giving it energy. And if we haven't cleared it by stopping, taking a breath, and I share, I wrote in the book to ask this question: what is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to show me that I'm still holding energetically in my vibrational frequency? And this is the way. I mean, I see this happen with people every month in the groups. They just go, oh my God, I didn't even realize that I was doing that. And until you put two and two together, that your belief system was given to you by all external sources. It's not who you are, but your ego wants you to think that your identity is your belief system. So it can continue, and it's not always evil. You know, the ego serves a purpose to protect you. But until you show it and you become the boss that, and I say boss in a very kind way, until you direct it gently or not gently and just say, hey, look, this is the way it's going to be. You know, I'm going to be open-minded. And number one thing I'm going to do moving forward is I'm going to question every single belief, every single one. And when I did this process, when Miguel had us do this in a small group back in 2001, I was like, oh my God, 99% of my beliefs aren't even mine. They came from Catholic school. They came from my grandparents' beliefs, my parents' beliefs. I grew up in the Catholic Church. Man, you want to talk about judgment, shame, unworthiness? You're going to hell if you ever even think about sex or a woman or say a cuss word. Ooh, it was program central. But if you're lucky, on Judgment Day, maybe you'll get into heaven. What a fear-based load of crap. And I'm not saying there's nothing valuable in the Bible, but religions separate. Period. And for the most part, they get us to give away our power to a higher source. You're the source. There may be a higher creator where our souls came from. There's definitely something very benevolent and magical that's running this incredible show. The earth, Mother Earth, the trees, the animals, the magnificence of everything you can think of. Your innate intelligence, the trillions of cells that are running unconditionally your body right now without you even having to think about it. So there's lots of magic going on. Tune into it. However, the only thing that's going to block us from raising our frequencies and ascending to the next levels, and it's going to happen, it's just how quickly do you want to do it? So again, anything that we judge is something to track and clear. Anything that triggers us is something to track and clear, or we're going to have to experience it again until we do clear it. So I intend you find this valuable. This is some of the most valuable, deep tools that we're gonna deal with and navigate through. And I wish somebody would have explained this to me 20 years ago. You know, I mean, Miguel explained it in a beautiful way, but it went in, and I went, yeah, this is great stuff. But it still took me a lot of years to go in and see that even when you put great information up here, if there's an underlying wound or program that's running down here and you can't see it, guess who's going to win most of the time? That underlying program that's running. So I'm going to leave you with this. If you want to come in and experience one of the deepest dives of dismantling programming, belief systems, childhood wounds, you won't even be the same person in 30 days. And you will take these tools with you for the rest of your life. And I take a lot of, I don't like the word pride. I don't know why. That felt weird to say pride. I take a lot of pride in this course because you have me for 30 days, 24/7. And when we get on these weekly calls for 2 hours, the mirroring that goes on, which I describe the mirroring process as, you ask a question from the book or the trainings, or you bring up something that's coming up for you, we go deep into it. And everybody on that call gets to see the process. And if you think what's happening for you doesn't apply to anybody else, everything applies to everybody. That's the beauty of it. There's no wasted time. There's no waiting, oh my God, I wish this person would get over their, their thing. No, it all pertains to everybody. It's one big holographic mirror. And I know of no more powerful work or no more powerful use of your time than to jump in and do this. And so if it resonates with you, we're launching Sunday. That's for some of you, 3 days. And if you need more information, send me a private message. I'll drop a link in here to the portal2awakening.org website, portal2awakening.org. Whoever's blasting me with hearts and likes, I love you so much. All of you, thank you. And to everybody that shares this stuff. If you have questions, if it's not clear, reach out. Because if you get this one, and again, I'm not stating that you don't, I know this makes sense when you hear it. It's just, can you put it into daily moment-to-moment practice? Have you set the 10 or 15 alarms on your phone to go off every hour that I talk about in my other lives? So your higher self is tapping you on the shoulder and going, are you creating your day? Where's your vibration right now? Are you tracking your judgments? Or are those 50 to 80,000 thoughts that everybody's running every day recreating the same dream for you over and over and over? It's time to interrupt this stuff. And the way to do it is to question every single belief, set alarms on your phone, and track your thinking. Track your judgments, track your triggers. Is my vibration high right now? Or am I upset? And when I get upset, how long am I allowing that story to run before going, take a breath? What is this trying to teach me? If you run this process like clockwork, everything in every area of your life will shift dramatically, quickly. rinse and repeat. So I'm going to leave you with that. I don't know what else I can say, but I love you and I'm grateful that my teachers shared this with me. And also I'm grateful that I found the way to go to these courses every month. I was spending $333+ every single month to go see Miguel. And I wasn't making a lot of money. I was living in my recording studio for 17 years. So if your mind tells you I can't afford this, then question it. You go, oh wow, I wonder if there's a payment plan. This course is so discounted this month. And this is the last month I'm gonna do it at this price. Because I'm giving away, and I love to give stuff away, but one of the things that backfires on me is people don't think this course is as valuable as the $5,000 courses I taught for another business. And this course is actually as powerful or more powerful. And so as long as we're in this money game, I have to play with the energies, and I'm doing my best to make it affordable for everybody. But also, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot anymore either. And so there's a perceived value, and it's a game. So I'm playing it with everybody else. Do I like it? No, not really. But then I don't want to be in resistance to it, because everything we resist just shoots ourselves in the foot. So I'm just honestly sharing with you what I'm dealing with to do my best to bring this to more people around the world, and to go out and do live 5 to 7 day gatherings with people at Mount Shasta, Australia. I've been invited to go all over the world. Costa Rica, back to the pyramids, my home at Teotihuacan in Mexico, outside of Mexico City. So I'm doing my best to do this, but the point is, if this resonates with you and you could see the benefit of going deep into this for 30 days and beyond, come join the group. It'll rock your world. And I put my whole reputation on the line. Go to the website, portaltoawakening.org, go to the Mastery of Awareness course, and read the testimonials. Read what you get. And if you don't think that would be one of the most powerful things you'll ever do, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, it's not for you right now. But yeah, it's always an incredible journey. And you just have to show up and go, I'm going to dive in, I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to trust. And that's when the huge aha moments and shifts happen. So sending you lots of love. Thanks again to everybody. I'm going to give you a little bit of bowl. If you want to take a breath, drop into your heart. The easiest thing for me that I always go to automatically to raise my vibration is I drop a smile in, and then I give thanks to all those trillions of cells in my body that are unconditionally loving me. That's what unconditional love is. We think we're unconditionally loving somebody until we're in a relationship with them for a year or two or several months, and then we start to see the real person, and our stuff starts to come up, and then we realize this wasn't really unconditional love. And if you're in a relationship where there's unconditional love, I'm super happy for you. This is where we're headed, individually and collectively. And so the next thing I bless is Mother Earth, that is truly unconditionally loving us in every moment, giving us air, water, plants, animals, insects, beautiful sunsets, the ocean, the streams, the lakes, the fish, the dolphins, the whales, the most incredible undersea creatures you've ever seen. Some of them we've never seen yet. And man, what else can I say? But when you do this, your vibration raises. Now you can pull in higher timelines, but magnetically attract, vibrationally attract more incredible people, more incredible situations, money, joy, healing. This is the way it works. So if you haven't put those 10 or 15 alarms on your phone that are free, like somebody tapping you on the shoulder, hey, psst, where's your frequency? What are you focusing on right now? What are you attracting into your life? More of what you don't want? Or are you consciously creating your next moments? Are you pulling it in right now? Are you seeing it is already there? It's done. Boom, I'm there. Thank God, thank me, thank the universe, capital Y, capital O, capital U, universe. Is this sinking in? I'm just talking to myself, note to self. So seriously, if you're getting a hit to come join the group on Sunday, there's still some spots available, and it's limited to 10 people. So you're going to get a ton of attention and mentoring, and I'm going to give you everything I have. And we're all going to mirror each other, and it's going to be a fabulous, fabulous, life-changing journey. So if that resonates, reach out. Go to portal2awakening.org and send me a message if you want to get on a call to discuss anything. Payment plan, it's not even expensive, but if you want to break it up, I'll do that for you too. Anything that's coming up for you, anything that you're concerned about sharing in the group, reach out to me. I hold safe and sacred space for everybody. It's really important that I do that for people. And that's one of the reasons why it's so powerful and successful. So I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks to everybody that shares this. And if you know anybody that's going, I can't find my tribe. I wish I had people that I could talk to about my awakening. I wish I had people to hold space for me. Everybody I know either thinks I'm crazy or is judging me. If you know people like that, share them. Tell them to come and listen to my lives. Tell them to check out the portal2awakening.org website. I also have Portal to Awakening YouTube channel where I've got all kinds of these transmissions for free. But you can listen to a lot of stuff and get a lot out of it. But if you can't see what's going on underneath, then that's when the mirroring process of this course or one-on-one work with me just goes right into it and dissects it. And once you see it and go, oh, I didn't even see that, then it's busted. You'll never be able to unsee it. That's the power of this incredible transformational work. And, you know, it might come back once or twice to test you, but once you see it, it's dismantled. It's exposed. So have an incredible day or evening wherever you're at. And thank you for the love, and thank you for sharing these with other people. It's very empowering. It helps us all get there quicker. And that's it. From my heart to yours. Have an incredible day or evening. Much love. Be well. Give yourself a lot of love. I'm clicking on end the video and it's not ending. It doesn't want me to end. Oh, wonderful. Love it. My page is frozen. Okay.